the McDonald family is up early today. What's that? No, we get up at 8:30. I think no, it's not super early.
It's like 3 hours later than we normally do.
Okay. Take two. We weren't up early. I was up right around where I like to get up. Amy was up 3 hours late. But you know what? We missed the rain yesterday as we were going to bed last night. It was pouring rain in Pennsylvania. I had to go to Ohio to train horses this morning. A little late getting there. We're not going to be there till 11:30. I'm going to go last trip with Bomb Hugger, Smoking Hot Irish Girl, and Coupe de Ville. Yeah. What? You can train on the bike if you want. There's another training suit there. You're more than welcome to. We're training all three of those horses in the race bike. Going to tighten them up real good. Next Saturday, Bomb Hugger will go back to Tim Twaddle's barn and race in that class at the Meadows. I think she was a little short last week. We're not trying to really tighten her up super tight. It's a long year of stake races. We want to make sure she's good at Buffalo, which she was. We want to make sure she's good at Saratoga, where she will be racing her next start. And then I think Batavia after that. So 3 good starts coming up for this filly. We're trying to hide from joviality in those horses. She just can't trot in 52, 51, 53. And that's not her fault. Hey, Addie, tell everybody where you're going today. Addie, look. Tell everybody where you're going. Pool? Are we going to the mall? Yeah. Addie's watching her shows. You got to turn that down a little bit. I'm doing a video. It's unbelievable. She knows how to turn it up, turn it down, and move the videos around. Anyway, it's been quite a roller coaster this week, and a lot more highs than lows. Obviously, Una Madonna was a crushing winner last weekend. And then as I reported, can you turn that down, sweetie? And then as I reported this week, we had come to an agreement to sell Una Madonna. As you can imagine, it was a healthy sum of money. But at the same token, there were a lot of our clients over the last few months, and you guys continue to ask, some of you, why would you sell a horse like that? Why wouldn't we just keep all the horses? And at the end of the day, I think it's summed up as easily as this. We want to get to the world stage. When we started the stable, these were horses that were, for the most part, were throwaways. For the most part, were horses we were trying to pick up and clean up and have them race as good as they possibly could and hope for some luck. And as the years went by and we built a good rapport with our clients and we brought more clients on, the horses got a little bit better, the horses got a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better. Now we're at a place where Una Madonna isn't the only Una Madonna we have. Sure, we had some bad luck with Brace for Landing and Carter Michael Deal the other night. That will pass. Those horses are talented animals. And we have a lot of them. We're very, very lucky to have a lot of them. And it's because of you that we do have a lot of them. But to get to that world stage, be recognized as competitors in the Grand Circuit year in and year out, to get to that level, that path to that level is paved with good decisions. And I know there's people out there that just don't believe that or don't want to see that, but we got here, right where we are right now, making good decisions. They're not all going to be good decisions. But I can tell you right now, if Una Madonna wins the Breeders' Crown, we can sit in the stands and say, we sold that horse for a lot of money and made the right decision. The flip side of that is if she doesn't win all the races, if she turns out to be an okay filly, we sold that filly for a lot of money. So you really have to look at the bigger scheme. We're going to barn, you're right. A little delayed, but yeah, you're right. And who isn't? Cake is in Kentucky, and Tiger is in Ontario. No, Cake is in Kentucky.
No, Cake is in Ohio.
No, he's not. He's in Kentucky.
No, he's in Ohio.
You're silly. So, with that being said, we are off. I guess it goes without saying we're off to a flying start. The thing that I found so impressive about this year is that I know Brace for Landing and Carter Michael Deal will come around. I trained Spitfire overseas yesterday. He was incredible. I trained and qualified Crantini over the last month. He's incredible. Horn Player was very, very good in her first start. I don't know if you remember, but Horn Player was the one heading to the winner's circle the night that she made a break on the front end coming out of the turn, and luckily for us, Una Madonna inherited the lead. So we got some powerhouses here, but the thing that I find the coolest this year, when I look at who's won the races already, they're the horses we had concerns about, right? What about Austral Hanover and Fashion Presidente? Now, Fashion Presidente hasn't won, but he looked great the other day. What about Austral Hanover? Here's a horse that was clearly and easily one of our worst horses. I almost missed our exit. One of our worst horses training down, and ended up being one of our better horses so far. Now, he's not up there with Una Madonna just yet, but that win in 58 the other day was impressive. Earplugs in, driving away in a merciless fashion. I loved it. I loved every minute of it. I had a big smile on my face, super proud of the horses that really climb out of the virtual basement. You know, we put all the work into all the horses as if they were going to be good horses, but at some point you have to come to the realization that they probably aren't. And I think everybody came to the realization or the thought that Austral Hanover was just kind of at very best, a meat and potatoes, go about your work best you can type animal. What he did the other day was impressive. I was very, very proud of that horse the other day. Proud of the work we put into them. Proud of the people that trained him down with us. Proud of the horse himself for putting in that effort. He is going to be the prohibited favorite in the final of that pop-up series. And you know what? He's going to do very, very well on the 13th also. I really, truly like Austral Hanover and what he's become. So very proud of him. You know, when we're starting to look at the sire stake horses, Spitfire, Carter, who else we got? Enzo. There's a fourth one. PA sire stake horses. Enzo, Carter, Crantini is the other one. Crantini. So just, we're loaded here in Ohio. We're loaded here in Pennsylvania. We're just very, very, very blessed, to be honest. Very blessed with what we're dealing with this year. Our team has gone from the AAA to, as I said, almost the New York Yankees in a very, very short time. And obviously it's all because of you, but it's also all because of the hard work that our crew has put in at the barn. So, as I said, Una Madonna has left the building, so to speak. She has been sold. I believe she's going to Tony Alagna. I believe I heard the gentleman say today that Tony would be picking her up. I assume that is Tony Alagna, which is perfectly fine. And good luck to them. I'm going to watch Una Madonna happily all summer long. Blue Bayou Dio raced incredible last week at Oak Grove also. Just got picked off a whisker in 53-4 and flying at the end of it. Raced really, really good. John McDonald is going to take over the controls this week. Now, obviously, I'll tell you why in a minute. We'll get into that more. But we had the Next Generation Monday and the favorite in one of them, and the third favorite or fourth favorite in the other one. So, a lot of luck hopefully coming our way this week. We're going to need it. And very exciting week. So Blue Bayou Dio is in. Walk on the Moon got in with Yes. I guess when you go from the Open 2 and you thump them the way that Walk on the Moon did, there is only one place to go, and that's the Open 1. Now, I was hoping they would let Yes drop down, but Yes was the favorite or second favorite last week and finished 5th. So I can see why they had to leave him in there also. We're not going to continue to race those horses together. If Walk on the Moon is going to race well at Oak Grove. I don't know how long they race at Oak Grove. I think it's only another 2 weeks. I think so. I think the meet's over in 2 weeks.
What's the point?
Well, they've been racing for a month. I think they have a short meet, but they also said, the lady that was walking around the other day that was in charge of it all said that, you know, they were happy with the meet this year. They're going to go for more money and have a longer meet next year. So I can tell you this much.
Like it's done till next year. They don't have like a late.
No, the other new track opens up in the fall. Corbin. Yeah, it's in another place. So I suspect next year it'll be on my calendar when Oak Grove Raceway opens up next year, Oak Grove Gaming, whatever. We will have a contingent, a small stable of horses there to race. Of that, I can guarantee you. Nice track. nice area. I like it. So very, very happy with the way things have gone so far. As I said, Walk on the Moon, a crushing victory last week. Una Madonna, crushing victory last week. Blue Bayou Dio raced great. Yes, and Unbeatable Kemp did not get over the track well. We made some shoeing adjustments to accommodate them a little bit better. We'll see how they race now. Andy McCarthy is going to drive Yes from the rail in the Open, and Una Madonna will actually be scratched out of Sunday afternoon's event. Now, had a big week otherwise. You guys knew that I had flown into Dayton and got an Uber, a Lyft. Actually, for those of you out there who are people who use Uber all the time, I just automatically use it as an app on my phone. You might want to look at Lyft, because I used Uber. I was going to use Uber, and the price to get me from Dayton Airport to Columbus was well over. Look at the cops out today. Wowzers. Was well over twice as much as it would have been for Lyft.
I could have told you that. Remember when you wanted to fly to the wrong airport?
Yep. But did you look at Lyft and Uber?
No, but Uber was like...
Uber was expensive. It was going to be, I looked at Uber, it was going to be $255 to get me an hour and 10 minutes down the road. It was well under half that for Lyft. So flew into Dayton, got an Uber, Lyft. I got a Lyft to Columbus. Missed because of the planes being delayed. Missed Purple Aura race, but she was still a winner. Josh Sutton drove really well. 55 and 3 or 4 she won. It looked very, very good doing it. New lifetime mark. And then I got there for Sweet on Pete. And you want to talk about crushing victories? Wowzers! This filly has come to life. But that's what I was saying to you guys when we were coming out of that break at the Meadows, heading into her next start at Northfield Park. I told everybody, mechanically, we don't need to make any major shifts. She just needs to, and I made the baseball analogy, throw strikes. Just got to throw it over the plate. And that's what we started doing with her. We just got back to basics with her. We warmed her up a little easier than we usually do. Worked more on what she was doing well. Tried to, if you looked in her win photo last week, she only had one knee boot on the left one. We had her right knee taped up because her knee boot came down. She didn't touch her knee, it came down. It looks like she does touch that left one. I think we're going to try and tape both up this week. Now, she does touch those knees, but not enough to blow them up and hurt them or bruise them. Just needs a little protection, so we're going to put some thicker elastoplast on her knees. You might say, why? Because I think what's happening is she does need her bell boots, and what happens is those bell boots, she'll come up and touch that bell boot with the knee boot, and that rubber on rubber is enough jarring to see her put those steps in. Now, that isn't why exactly the only reason why she was making breaks, but I think it played a role. So these minor little adjustments, just minor adjustments in her mechanics, go a long way. And the victory the other day with the earplugs in and a bow in her neck, that was impressive. I know Jason and I, we were joking around, and he said, they got that Gabby C-Note, the best filly in Ohio, in with us. And I said, we might have a little something for Gabby if push comes to shove, because Sweet on Pete is coming in now. She went from no confidence just 3-4 weeks ago to absolutely brimming with confidence now. She's going to be a scary filly on Monday, I think. I'm expecting a big mile from Sweet on Pete. A 1-2 skip a few. Wasn't spectacular, but was good. Got back to the basics with her again. Got a favorable trip, a weakening front end, and she took over. And let's see if she can use that as a foundation coming forward. I think there's a little bit of a power outage with 1-2 skip a few still. So I spoke to Jason, spoke to the vet. We're going to poke around and see what's going on with Skippy. Why doesn't she have that? Where's that 7th and 8th cylinder she had last year? And that ferocious attitude. Where'd that go? And I think hopefully we can work on that and get her back to where we need her to be, because we all know what kind of a filly she is. Just a really, really nice filly. And as I said, Austral Hanover, Dustin Hanover winning the other day, Fashion Presidente racing good. All three of those horses race good. In particular, when it comes to Dustin Hanover, as I said, July 4th weekend, these guys are everywhere. They're like mosquitoes. There's cops everywhere. Dustin Hanover, as I said, a winner the other day, but you can see now he's starting to use the equipment. It was quite a change the equipment, the shoes, everything. When he came to us, there's a learning curve there. And this horse is doing the best he can. And he's getting better and better and better. And I think what will happen is we're going to see him get up near that 55, 56 range again in the coming month. Once we do that and he starts to get a little stronger, at that point, this may sound counterintuitive to you guys, but I want to turn him out. I want to let him bulk up. I think if we can put 100, even 150 pounds on this horse and let him mature and his joints cool down, I think at that point, his breeding will come out. But it's just going to take a little bit longer. I wanted him to be a sire stake or a grassroots Stallion Series horse right away. That isn't the case, but he's still going to carry a lot of worth into the fall. And I think we just have to step by step, again, do what's best for the horse, and he'll do what he can do. He'll do the best he can do, which will only benefit us. So very happy. Austral Hanover is probably the biggest surprise of the entire 2022 season for me was Austral Hanover, and the horse that I can potentially see him becoming. This horse is as professional a horse. Him and Una Madonna, I think, have shown the most brains and intelligence on the track of any of our horses. Just so proud of both those horses, and also of what they become now. Again, I'm not trying to make comparisons. Una Madonna was just bought to be a world-class animal. Austral Hanover, the sky's the limit for this guy. Expectations were very tempered when we got him to the track, and he's become a very, very nice horse for us. Sister Solange, again, talk about horses. Everything is unfolding exactly how I told you it would with her. Take our time. You see the progression week by week by week by week. Tim has done a tremendous job getting the weight back on this filly. She's learning, she's getting stronger, and she's doing it at a pace that is acceptable. She still won yesterday easily. She won easily yesterday, but she did it her way. And that only builds confidence. I guarantee you that filly ripped the feed tub right off the wall last night. And just feeling good. If we can continue to manage her in that way, who knows what the future holds for Sister Solange. And keep in mind, she's still eligible to everything at the end of the year. So if we give her a soft summer to put on some racing muscle, keep her confidence high, put some weight on her, who knows what she is in the fall. Sky's the limit for her also. Leaps and Bounds fell short yesterday, obviously. A little bit sick. Listen, she's 8-5. She's a tactical filly. I had to go out of there with her. She cleared to the front rather easily, and then I think got her soul sucked out of her by that guy in the front end, the David Wade. That's the guy. That's Montgomery Burns. That's the guy that got me tossed last year. I just remembered.
Where are you going?
This is how you go back to Northfield going this way. Yeah, it's different than coming from other places.
Back on the highway.
No, you stay on the service road. So old Montgomery got me yesterday again. So Leaps and Bounds scoped a little bit sick, as you can imagine. Got some work to do with her, but I think we're on the right track. I actually told Tim we're going to bring her back to Northfield. I want to have the vet look at her, get a good look at her blood, and make sure the next time we race her, I think we'll skip the second leg of that pop-up series. She's already got a win, so it'll get her into the final anyway, I believe. I don't think there's any rules stipulating you have to race in both divisions. I hope not, because there's a killer coming here this week. Horn Player is coming here, and see if they like Leaps and Bounds. I think they're really going to struggle with Horn Player. So Horn Player will be in the Meadows this coming Friday. Now I have a flight. I got to make sure I book that flight from Pittsburgh to Chicago to go have a little peek at Rosita's Dream and GJ's ATM. So with that, that rounds up what's going on with Leaps and Bounds. So we're going to take a close look at her blood. I know we scoped her. She's scoped sick. What's her blood say? Why is she sick? Is that a lot of allergies? Is that any allergies? Is that sickness? Did she have a virus? Did she tie up? What's her liver look like? These are all answers that need to be addressed, or questions that need to be addressed over the next week and a half or so with this filly. As I said, also, Spitfire Overseas is coming here for, he's only going to race in a maiden this week, but that's where Dustin Hanover went. If Dustin Hanover trounced them, Spitfire Overseas will obliterate them. He felt like $1 million the other day training. I was very happy. Had him to the vet, little roughness on that left sesamoid, just poor stuff. It's not really a big deal. His feet were a little pinchy. We immediately switched to a flip-flop shoe, which he's never had on before. And I trained him a mile and a half at the farm and come a blistering last quarter with him, and he looked incredible. So I think Spitfire Overseas is coming over here. The reason he's coming over here, he's not getting in at Mohawk. I want to be angry, but they can't fill the class. They can't fill the class. Their inability to fill the class cannot dictate our schedule for our babies. So both Una Madonna, Spitfire Overseas will be coming to... No, sorry, not Una Madonna. Horn Player and Spitfire Overseas will be coming to the Meadows this week to race. Now, we had horses luck race. We had a lot of luck racing all week. I forgot to talk about Procrastinator too. He was second, raced good. He's in to go Sunday, right? But Sunday we're going to be down in the Columbus area. Listen, Procrastinator's just turned into a really nice horse. Still got some growing to do, but it's turned into a very, very nice horse to race. I believe Hunter Myers is down on Procrastinator, and that all leads to Monday. Monday's a very, very big day for us. We have 2 horses in the next generation. You know, I saw somebody on Facebook say, I don't think they should be worried about racing for $150,000 on July 4th. Why? So they should just race for all the money on the east coast of the U.S., maybe, in the middle of the summer, in the scorching heat? I don't have a problem with the next gen. Thank you. Very good girl. Thank you very much. You can't see? Okay. The issue I have is that I think they don't have a place to work the next generation into. And I don't think it's a bad thing to kick the season off with a big race that you have to pay into in February. Everybody has the opportunity to pay their horses in. We opted out of the 2-year-old pace fillies and colts because we didn't have any that really caught my eye that early. But looking at the draw, we're 3-2. Now, you can't take that, as Amy said, and she's right. You can't really take the morning line for the next generation too seriously. Very few of the horses have any charted lines, so we don't know what they've been doing. But I think 3-2 on a filly that's been first and second, trotted a half in like 56 and a piece or 57 her last start, you know, to finish second in 58 to a New Jersey bred, winning her first start, first over in 2 minutes, winning her qualifier. I think... Okay, one sec. Oh, she just needs it. Ava, can you help her out, please?
I think she turned the screen.
She did, yeah.
Brightness down.
No, it's on a little window. She got out of there by accident. So swinging Senorita at 3-2 is exciting for me and for you. It puts a lot of pressure on me, but at the same token, you know, I have to. It's much like a pitcher taking the mound. I'm not going to throw strikes the whole game. I have to understand that I have to focus on each race, race by race, do the best I can, and turn the page when it doesn't work out. And with swinging Senorita, we're going in behind the gate as the favorite, going for 150, but we're going in behind the gate. And that's the way I have to look at it. It's a long season. We have a lot of really, really good fillies. The one I'm most excited to drive, to be honest, is What a Mission, because I want to see what a Mission is going to do, guys. I want to see what a Mission is going to do in this company. This horse was nowhere to be found. You talk about Astral, Hanover, and Fashion Presidente. Don't worry, What a Mission's right there with them. He was at the bottom of the boat also, and now has worked himself into, you know, somebody had said to me, well, why What a Mission? Well, first off, he's our best colt so far, right now. I think that's only fair. That's not a point you can argue. He is, right now, our best colt. 2, his first race, 59 last quarter, 28-3. Why wouldn't we give the horse a shot? I'm excited to drive What a Mission. I'm excited to drive both of them, but What a Mission has tried his hardest to turn himself into a nice horse, and he's doing a hell of a job. So that is why What a Mission is in there. So Monday, everything we've done, all we're doing right now, every day is a new day, but it all culminates for us in Ohio on Monday. And that kicks off the stake season, so I'm super, super excited about that. We're here now at Northfield Park. It's now 11:40. Ooh, these guys aren't going to be happy with me. I am late. They're late. But it's a beautiful day here in Ohio. So I'm going to get out. I'm going to train these 3 horses and then continue on our way. You know what? It's a beautiful weekend. I got my family. I know Ollie wanted to play baseball. Good for him. Good for him to make the decision that he wanted to play baseball. But the rest of us are here. It's going to be a great weekend for the McDonald family. A great weekend so far for the stable. And hopefully a great weekend for you. So I'll talk to you all very soon. Have a great day. Take care, everybody.